What's up, everybody? I'm so happy when we show up and there's already people in the chat. Belize, we have already discussed, you are already cutting up from your Instagram. So I don't know if you in the corner already or not. Hey, Mr. Zudi. Hey, Chantel. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me bring everybody on one at a time. So she is the superwoman to my Wonder Woman. Abby Reviews is in the house.
Hello. And I don't even have to tell you to fix the squares because the squares don't fix themselves. Hallelujah.
Mr. giving you the real tea with his 40 in his hand. I didn't know it was that kind of night.
Cheers. Cheers to you, sir.
Okay. We ready. We ready. We got Scotty in the house. Poor Scotty didn't get the memo. He said, he got his coat tonight, but it's all good. He's shady. He's shady anyway. He don't need no extra, you know.
You definitely don't need no extra.
And we have we have a special guest joining the Justice League tonight. Jamar 84 and he got the memo because he got the red cup. He ain't playing with y'all. Look,
what's going on? How we doing?
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy to have you here. And so we are here to discuss. Hey, surprise around the corner! I ain't seen you in a while, girl.
Hey, surprise around the corner.
We just here to talk about G-StatusATL Hustle. You know,
we just here to make fun of G-StatusATL Hustle.
Make fun of it.
They give us so much material.
Okay.
I want to know why everybody is required to wear some type of fur in their confessionals.
I need to know why they can't close their shirt.
I want to know why they have so much Vaseline on their chest. What's happening?
And why everybody wears a do-rag in their confessional as
why
well.
Why wearing a do-rag?
The torn do-rag.
Everybody wearing a do-rag.
From the person who's getting flued out.
But you know what? Roman can wear his do-rag. Roman can wear his do-rag.
Because his head has been shaping underneath it? Is that right?
Roman can do whatever he wants.
Thank you.
I told y'all Roman looked like a cute little church mouse.
Roman looked like an upside down mushroom. Some is always his head to neck proportion. I cannot be the only person that sees
Not tonight.
I cannot be the only one that sees that. Nobody else thinks this something's off with his head to neck to shoulder proportions.
I like you, Romaine. I don't know what you talk about, but I like you, Romaine. All right, man. You do give us ratatouille all around about.
That's right. He Romaine, just like the lettuce, useless. Okay.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
Belize said yo football head. Oh shit. Thank you, little baby. He looks like a mushroom.
Anyway.
God damn it.
Baby, let me tell you something.
Listen.
My T-Subs and squad was cutting up in the chats about phor. Girl, when one of them said he looked like Sticky from the Proud Family, I died. I said, what? Girl, I died.
Fix it,
but listen, I tried to like him. I can't like him. I can't.
We know you tried to. You tried to like him. You tried. You did. You did the best you could.
You really did try.
You tried way better than the rest of us.
I couldn't do it.
As soon as he came at Delicious for no reason, because she stood up first to introduce herself, and you got something. He lost me right then. That's when he lost me. He just.
I was good. I was like, oh, he's halfway attractive. I'm into it. And then that whole situation happened. I'm like, well, I think she's talking too much. They're literally introducing themselves.
Right. She said, hi, my name is Delicious. How was that doing too much? All I said was, hi, nigga. What you mean?
And what got me was in his confessionals when he said he did one pilot for one TV show, and now you up here, it's just the end all be all. You know who deserves to be on reality TV. You know who don't deserve to be up there. You know what buttons to push and this, that, and this. Like Scotty said, some people might like him because he's an asshole.
And there's always room for the asshole. There's always room for the asshole.
Is it though? Is it?
Is it what always room for the asshole?
Yeah, because I feel like shut up and sit the fuck down. Nobody's even talking to you. What's your problem? Who raised you? Where your mama at? Go sit down.
Dre Simba are such good friends.
But I like Dre Simba. What is wrong with your friend? Maybe because
Jamar
we
does not
talk.
like December at all.
Ooh, Miss Wig.
No, no.
I don't understand why you got
Girl.
so much to say and you the only one that didn't order no food. What's happening? Why is your plate still empty, beloved? What happened? Is your guts gonna get busted out later? That's why you're not eating, or you just ain't got no money? What's happening, sis? What's going on?
And if that's the case, sis, I definitely.
And if that was the case, then I understand wholeheartedly. I don't have the issues, but I understand why you would. But I don't think that's what it was. I think the beloved baby done used all his flued out money, and he could afford was the water with the lemon.
Flued out money.
Flued out money.
Belize said phor got flued out for
why people shade each other. Y'all all on the same platform.
Right. Around and said they don't know each other. So I said, so if y'all don't know each other, what's with all the animosity? I'm confused. But I'm not about to go for the bitch that I don't know.
But that's what I put in my review. I was like, I don't give a damn whether you went to MTV, you went here, you went there, you went there. At the end of the day, you're still sitting right here.
And none of us know who you are.
You still ain't
when I watched everyone's review at that table, everyone besides me knew who that Brandon boy was. Nobody knows who you are.
We don't know you.
Right, I don't understand the Brandon shirt either because I'm like, how the hell you don't know Brandon? If I even knew who Brandon was. If you watch those pornographic ass Signal 23 TV shows they had, you know who Brandon is because he was on About Him and everybody was talking about him. Right. I'm not saying it was like this U.S. phenomenon, but people knew who the fuck he was. And he's on that other show, Triangle. He's on that show too. So I knew who Brandon was. I didn't know who the fuck no damn 4, 5, 6, 7 was. I didn't know who the fuck that was.
Because let me be clear. And you can go out to Hollywood with every intention of being an actor, and you can be in 5,672 pilots. If the show don't get picked up, you know what you still are? An unemployed actor. So I'm not impressed that you were in LA, flued out by MTV for what? Because I don't remember seeing you on nothing.
Nathan. And girl, does anybody even watch MTV no more? I figure once Wild 'N Out left, ain't nobody had no more use for MTV. So, you know, I don't. I mean, get it how you live.
I couldn't tell by the way he was acting and dressing.
Just a little bit of BT. I look at VH1 and a little bit of BT.
Your sound is off. I can't hear you, boo.
My sound is off?
Yeah. It's better now, but it sounded muffled or something. I'm not sure.
What about now?
I can hear you.
I hear you now.
It's better now. Wait a minute. Okay. Say something again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the video is just delayed.
Okay, is that what it is? Okay. So Jamar, what are your thoughts on the first 2 episodes of the G-Status?
Oh yeah, and welcomes to the Lion's Den.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The production value has definitely increased from season 1.
Agreed.
I will have to dive in to Ebby's love for December. I don't understand it, but we will talk about it. Because I am what? Civil. Amen.
However, hallelujah. Yeah.
Come through. You know what? No, Drayson grew on me, but go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that the overall cast is very good. Like, there's not very many deadweight characters. At least this go around so far. Tremel has something to do, which was not the case last season, and so I like how it's sort of evenly balanced, and we're only on episode 2. Like, I thought the whole dinner scene and everything was going to be like a midway through situation, and we getting it right off the gate. So I'm really, really enjoying that. But yeah, the cast seems very, very strong this go around. So I'm very excited and anticipating to see where this is going to go and how it's going to all play out.
I know for what about you? I'll just go around. What about you, T? Your thoughts on the first 2 episodes so far?
Belize. Shit.
The movie was unnecessary. I could have lived without that. I pretty much love the production value. I love the colors and the mics and all of that good stuff. But under all of that, I can already tell it's just about to be the same shit as Chasing Dallas and all the rest of that stuff. I honestly don't have a problem with nobody except for Charlie Exile and our guy and Akeem. Other than that, and phor. Other than that,
that's half the cast. What you mean?
Well, hey, they already went under my email me talk about something. They like my honesty and this, that, and this. So I'm gonna get them the honest truth. I'm not here for the rest of them bitches, but everybody else, I'm here for production. I just hope that it's a balance of the drama and whatever the hell it is that the show was depicting. That's all I want. If they do that for me, I ain't got nothing to say.
Well, I'm gonna say this: just because we don't like, when I say we, I'm speak for everybody. I speak for myself. Just because Charlie has managed to get on my damn nerves already, but I do feel like they are highlighting. I mean, Charlie had his listening party with new music, and then they did the downtown locker room fashion show that our guy was invited to or whatever.
Wait, is that what DTLR stands for?
Yes, downtown locker room. Yeah.
I don't know these things. Go ahead, proceed.
I only know because it'd be at the mall. Okay.
You don't leave the house. What you mean?
But well, that's true. But yeah, so it's like I do think they are showing us some things up until. I mean, even though I do think they're revving up to give us something. You know what I'm saying? I do. I really feel like they've already. So far it's just been Charlie, and I hope that doesn't become an issue. That it's just all Charlie. But I feel like in the first 2 episodes, they've given us something. Now, I have a question for the group. I feel like I'm the only person that is with Zion. Everybody else think that Hakeem is telling the truth and Zion is lying.
I feel like Zion is telling a lie.
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna keep on with this till the day he dies. Sorry to this man. I don't know.
They compared him to Young Jock from Love and Hip Hop. And him with them shades. Anybody that got them shades that give that stamp like this with them shades on look like they lying. Because he like the way that Akeem was giving those details, that was too detailed to lie. And he did, like, if somebody's telling you that kind of stuff and you know if they're lying, you gonna cut that shit right off. Like he felt like he was saying like it didn't happen exactly like that. It happened similar to that, but I feel like he was stretching it. Like I feel like he lying. He lying.
Well,
that's how I
feel like I call Zion. I think Zion looked like Dougie Fresh body double because that's exactly what he gave me. But I do feel like Zion is lying. Now, as much as I don't see it for Akeem, I do feel like Akeem is telling the truth. My whole thing was, why did that have to be such a big thing? Like, they ended the previous episode with that and then started this episode with that. And I was just sitting here like this. Like, are we really going to argue about this? If you fuck them, you fuck them. I'm not understanding what the big deal is.
Well, I think what happened?
Go ahead.
No, both of them. What? What'd you say?
No, I was saying, but I said for me, it's hard to really say who's lying and who's telling the truth. Because on one hand, it's like Zion might be lying. I mean, he's denying it very hard for it to be a lie. But then Akeem is a person.
Oh dear God! Please, to the corner you go.
But see, no, you can take Kendrick Lamar out of this. I have to take
right because I love Kendrick.
I can't with her. Well, this
the corner that fast.
This is my 2 cents on it. I think part of me just doesn't want to believe Hakeem because I feel like Hakeem is drunk so much. I don't know if he really know who he slept with. But then I do feel like Hakeem was probably telling the truth, and Zion just don't want to fucking admit it. Like, I'm gonna hold on to that lie till I die. I did not have sexual relations with that man. Like, I feel like he's not. And I'm with you. I'm not understanding why we needed 30 minutes of that conversation. Well, listen, can we all agree that
because it was funny? Because it was humorous. It was hilarious. To me. let me be very clear. It was funny to me when he said we fucked that boy together and didn't we 69 and the boy said I don't give head, I give throat. I was like,
right. That's when I knew it was a lie. Because you was like, right. You don't give head, you give bitch. That is worse. That is more intimate. That's what I definition of worse. That's what I knew it was true.
And my whole thing was, you ain't got to lie, Craig. Craig, you ain't got to lie.
You ain't got to lie to kick it.
Yeah, when I first saw King, I wanted to fuck him too. Like, it ain't no shade. If you did it, say you did it. If you said it, say you said it. Y'all know I say that all the time. That was the main thing but I did. I'm not, don't look at me like that, Abby. I did. Listen, y'all, I tell y'all all the time.
How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here.
So, you know, but just tell us, like, look, I said what I said.
Okay, baby, listen, you are entitled to your bad decisions. Those are your bad decisions, and you are entitled to them, beloved, because that is never the right answer on the test.
I don't know. I think he got good dick. I do. I think he got good dick. Or at least I hope he do. He about to be 50. I mean, you got to be good for something.
First of all, Akeem is not even older than me, so don't do that. Don't do that, man, like that. He's not older than me.
I'm just saying what the streets said. And to let the streets tell it, he carry an AARP card. But I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I've had an AARP card since I was 28. That don't mean nothing. You can get one at the age of 18. You are aware of that, right?
No, I did not know that.
I used to work for AARP. That's how I know.
Well, get out of here. I did not know that. I thought you really okay. Wow. Okay. Look at that. See how you Justice League. See how you get there. Look at that. Look at that. But is that suitable? Oh Lord. Y'all be PG-13. Hey, Scooter.
Hey, Scooter.
Scooter just got out the tub. He looking like, yes, I'm fresh dressed. Yeah.
I mean, he about to go to sleep soon. He get a good sleep.
It's about bedtime. It's 10 o'clock. It's about bedtime.
Scooty.
So, can we all agree that the scenes are too long? Like, they're just too long.
And Akeem's like an executive producer on the show. It's longer than everybody else. Like, you're going to make them longer. You need to cut Akeem's scene.
I just said goodbye.
You need to cut his perspective. Because Akeem be in the confession. He lose the complete track of what he's talking about himself.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, y'all, seriously. Do y'all think that that's the drink? Do y'all think he be smoking? Do y'all think that's really just Akeem?
It's a combination.
It's a combination. I do think like 10% of it is really him, but the rest of the percentage is alcohol, because weed ain't never done nobody like that. No real nigga I know.
But then again, like when he was chasing Atlanta, he wasn't like that to me.
Who, Devon?
No, Akeem. He wasn't that extra on.
Yes, he was. He was a drunken mess on Chasing Atlanta as well.
Remember when
a drunken, too much talking mess.
Well, he was. Well, let me just speak for me. Then he wasn't as annoying on Chasing Atlanta to me than he is on here, because especially even on his confessionals on here, he just rambles on and on and on and on and on. Like, get to the point, bitch. Get to the point.
How did y'all feel about his review of the show?
I didn't watch it.
Who was gonna watch an hour and 38 minutes? Who was gonna watch that?
Listen,
it was longer than the episode.
Yes, it was longer than the episode. I clicked on it, and the first 5 minutes are just highlight reel of him from other episodes from last season, and then it was like music playing, and then when he finally did start talking, he brought on Devon and another person, and Listen, I was 6 minutes in and they still hadn't started talking about the episode. I clicked off. I said, I'm not doing this. And
okay.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
I'm not trying to watch it.
Thank you, really, B, for doing the research and giving us the cliff notes so we wouldn't have to go and watch that foolishness. I wasn't to do it.
I mean, that was just like when King Kane reviews were longer than the episode.
We don't know her. We don't acknowledge. No, that's not what we're doing. Nope.
Oh, I don't know.
Moving on.
All
right.
So I really don't know.
But yeah, okay. So let's talk about this dinner. First of all, let me tell all of y'all something right now. If y'all ever invite me to y'all house for a dinner and then we end up at the hibachi, somebody paying for my meal.
Not the hibachi.
That was not the original. That was not what we agreed to. We agreed to go to your house for you to throw some stuff in the grill, and I was going to bring a bag of chips or a case of soda. That's what we agreed to.
Oh. Hold on.
I think it was because Akeem knew it was going to be some bullshit and drama, and they weren't going to tear up his house. So he just
he don't know how to cook.
They're going to pay the fees of them tearing up a public place,
right? That's
hey. And I said that in my review. I said, I hope you got the money to pay for them people dishes that y'all don't tow up down to them good people hibachi.
I think Hakeem ain't want them people at his house.
They ain't gonna be able to film in there no more. I bet you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was distracted. Scotty, I have a message for you from my brother. He said, "Pull up."
Oh, well,
wait a minute. What I missed? What I missed?
Listen, I put the shared really bees little thing on my story, and I just got a text message from my brother talking about who is Scotty. I said, tell him to pull up. I said, well, all right. That's the one that sings. You met him. He came into the live that one night when we was about to tiptoe.
Well, go ahead, Scotty. I ain't even mad at it. Shit.
Look at Scotty.
You know my motto. Go ahead and do it. And give us the full details. Because you know I want to know.
Listen. Scotty can't even get himself together.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's so
I want to know how big it is, how much it hangs, how heavy the balls are. I want to know everything.
First of all, you share that. Listen, share that information with everybody except me, because as far as I'm concerned, my brother is a eunuch. He don't even have boy parts. I don't even know. Oh God,
I don't want to know.
Jesus. You got any sisters that want to pull up? Oh, my only sister she's married. I'm sorry, baby.
Aww.
I told you, Jonathan, I got you. I'm gonna be your wingman. We going to Applebee's. Find you a good Christian woman in a jean skirt and a t-shirt and some sneakers. A good Kojic Christian woman with no earrings on and no makeup. I got you, boo. I would pull up on you myself, Jonathan, but I don't think your church want me as a first lady. Cussing them out every Sunday. You silly bitch is gonna get out my face. Praise the Lord, niggas.
Not your mother.
Not the ghetto. Not the
ghetto. Ghetto.
You such a shady Scorpio. That's what he is. He's a shady Scorpio.
I don't know.
Oh, that's why we get along. Come on, Scorpio gang. Gang. Listen.
That's why y'all get along.
Okay, right. Okay.
Oh, and my brother has entered the chat.
I'll get
your info from her and his sister later. Okay? So go on ahead and make that happen. Because if it was me, guess what I would have did. So I encourage it.
You think I hot in here, Jesus?
Look at Jamar's face.
Be a whore. Be a slut. Do what you want to do. Yeah, we all grown.
Watching the chat.
Wait a minute. How did we get to being a slut?
Everything ain't about
because as long as it's safe and feel good, it's no tea.
Scotty don't even know what to say. That poor baby.
That's it. Oh, that's so cute.
Look at him.
Ain't that cute? Child.
Jamal,
Well, listen, at
We
least you
are
got
so
the
far off
nigga.
the topic.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
listen,
This is
at
my
least
fault.
you
This is
got
my
the
fault.
nigga hitting on you. I got all these women trying to get me in the bed, and I said, girl, we like the same thing. We can't do nothing together, but, you know.
Did somebody send the link to somebody?
To who? I didn't see no.
Ooh, I ain't seen no link.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on behind backstage. If that's you, if that's really you backstage, hold on a second. We'll bring you on, but I need to verify. Hold on.
Who it is?
Who is it?
Who it is? Now listen, this is a den of lies. You can come on here if you want to, but this might not be what you.
No. It's nothing bad. It's not. Calm down, y'all.
Oh, it's nothing bad. Okay, because you know this hair goes in a ponytail in 3.2 seconds. Ooh.
Ooh. Really, bitch?
Is that really you?
Oh,
come off mute, boo. Say something.
Come off the mute button. Is that really you? We need to verify you. Verify you, boo. Come off the mute button. Well, I'm gonna take you home.
Hi,
Hey, is
everybody.
that you, Delicious?
It's me.
Hi.
Hey, Delicious.
Hello. I would just like to say you were my favorite this episode because if all this shit was going around my food, I'd have done the same motherfucking thing. I'd have done the same thing.
You with them chopsticks and listen. That was my. I've been waiting all day to eat. I'm gonna get this fried rice.
Baby, I paid for this food. I'm gonna eat it, goddamn it.
Okay. Hey,
Y'all can toss y'all across the room if you want to.
Thank you for joining us. I don't know how you got the list, but thank you for coming through.
Oh, you know, I have a few little tricks in my sleeve, but I came through.
I see. I see. So we're just having a little friendly conversation, but you decided to join us.
Tremel in the chat too.
Oh, Tremel done dropped out the skybox.
Hey, Tremel.
Hello.
Hey, boo. If you want to come on, you can come on too.
We got space.
We got space.
Right. Straight y'all let Tremels up here now. They can't come
Yes, honey.
So Delicious, how have you been enjoying the response to the first 2 episodes so far? Like with all the hype, I know y'all filmed a lot of this stuff a while back. So how have you been responding these last couple of weeks with everything finally hitting us and coming on?
You know, it's a lot. It's very interesting to see what everybody says, you know, in the show and in their confessionals. You know, for us, everybody asks us that, you know, how do you feel about it? How do you guys feel about it? We lived it, so it's kind of like, you know, we already know what happened, but I think it's to kind of see what how they edit it and how it's playing out with what everybody said and the comments and stuff. It's kind of like, oh, okay, like this is what we're doing. Oh, okay, I see. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like, but it's interesting. You know, to me, like, you know, I've said in past things, it's, you know, I don't really give a fuck what anybody has to say about me. I don't. I don't care what anybody thinks about me because I know I'm a good person. And my thing is I came on to this show to represent trans women in our community and all the communities that I kind of stick my foot in. So, you know, that to me, that was my destiny with God to represent who we are. So to me, nothing else matters. You know, people are going to say stuff. You know, people are not going to like you and people are going to love you. So
now, that's the truth. You ain't lying. Facts.
Not everybody's going to like you. So, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, for me, it's, you know, I have to I have to kind of make my skin a little tougher, you know, because being in this community, everybody likes to hate on each other the most, which is kind of sad. But also too, you know, I don't, you know, my skin color is not black, so I'm that much more of an underdog. But, you know, I just work my ass that much harder to make everybody see who I am. And, you know, but like I said, people are going to love you and people are not going to love you. So it is what it is, you know.
Jamar, you said you had a question?
I do, because I want to believe that part was just so heavily edited that when you were, casually minding your business, introducing yourself to the rest of, the gang at the actual dinner table, that the person over there in the dark corner by the door had something to say in relation to what you were saying that you were talking so much. But I'm like, she's literally getting, like, this is what you do as an icebreaker. You get up, say who you are, why you're here, your relation to the host of the party. So, like, was it actually as abrasive as it was on the episode in real life?
Yes.
Oh.
It was that scene that was shot. Oh, what's going on, Tramel?
Hey.
Tramel doing something different with the hair. Okay.
Hey, Tramel. No, I got Plexi.
Tramel giving us a little bit of ASAP rock hair.
Yeah, they say I want to look like Pop Smoke today.
But yeah, with that scene, everybody is like, wondering why, they made it the whole episode pretty much. That scene that everybody saw, like, besides the confessionals, they probably showed a good like 30, 35, 40 minutes of just that episode of that scene. That scene that we shot was really like a 3.5, 4 hours. Like, it was a long scene, so they condensed it to what they needed to. But yeah, it was very, aggressive the way that you guys see, like, because we already had been arguing and going back and forth and what they were filming, and so it was like, when I stood up, it was because the bitch in the corner was already running his fucking mouth and doing too much. That's why I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go first, bitch. Like, fuck you. And I think with me, I'm always so nice, and I'm always trying to be like, oh yeah, but it's like, bitch, like, if you rub me the wrong way, like, you'll feel my presence. Like, let's not do that.
Yeah, you did that.
Well, I definitely feel like, and I said this in my review, I definitely feel like you are not one for a whole lot of talking. You are not the one. Yeah, you're not the one that I would play with a whole lot of word games. But I feel like you just, yeah.
I try to use my words, because I'm trying to be a role model, and I don't want to condone, just fight. But to me, I will take it there as in the point of, if you're gonna argue with someone, like, either fight or don't fight. Like, let's not do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but I kind of get, with the show, you have to put on a little bit, and it's like, okay, I'll entertain it a little bit, but bitch, if you keep it up too long, like, I'm gonna end up just popping in and out, like.
Right.
There's a difference. Like, there's one for putting on for the show, and then there's something else when she was just trying to say, like, to Redrick, oh, we should communicate because we're in similar, community.
I don't hear something.
And they had a problem with that too. I'm like, this isn't even got nothing to do with you. Why are you pressed?
I didn't understand the way that we got so much of Foy's like his whole, like, I feel like I didn't understand that. I feel like we got way more of Foy than I wanted. Like, we just, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Why so much?
So too much of the storyline, and then I'm sorry, Scotty, I didn't mean to cut you off, babe. But I'll give away too much because we don't want to. But do you feel like you feel like you achieved that goal, that you were able to give me a thumbs up when you're ready, babe? Do you feel like you were able to achieve that goal of representing trans women in the way that you wanted? Do you feel like you were able to accomplish that through this vehicle?
Like I said, I did the best that I can. I did the best that I can, but it being a reality show, they're going to edit it the way that they want to edit it, and they're going to make me look the way that they need to be. But my thing is like, I get the show needs drama and all of that stuff, but I am the one trans girl. I'm the one girl on this show. Like, you got 9 other cast members and 34 other cast members to make, look crazy and like a messy ass bitch. And, to me, there was a turning point there where I was like, I'm not going to be this girl. Like, so, it was just one platform for me to get on. I do have other things coming, but however they make me out to be is how they make me out to be. But I do feel like I gave some great things. I showed, a different side of trans people, And for my thing, you know, I don't have no body work or anything done. So to me, it's really, I was trying to stand up for the girls that don't have any of the body work done, because everybody likes to live for the girls that are done and got the boobs and the body and that. And it's like, you know, you don't have to have that to be successful and great, because I give the girls a run for their money out here and I don't got no body work done out.
Okay.
So, you know, I really just try to stand up, you know, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And I don't feel like, you know, I feel like the trans girls forget where they come from and that they were never at this point at one time in their state of transition, you know. So I just am always going to try to, you know, represent what we do the best that I can, like, you know, in the shots, the hormone shots and stuff like that. And, you know, that's really what we go through. So I try to bring great elements when I could to the show.
Hey, everybody. I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to say hey to everybody. Shondo in the building. Hey, Delicious. How are you? I do have a question for you, Delicious.
Go ahead, baby.
Oh, dear God.
Here we go.
What do you mean? I'm nice. Well, my question is this, because I know you mentioned that you were the only trans girl, and I being a member of the spectrum, the LGBTQIA, B, C, D, E, F, G, I grapple with rhetoric and that whole, like, I'm not that I have a problem with him, but when I say I grapple, I'm confused with, you know, how because he hasn't fully said or how he identifies or she identifies or what pronouns, or because he identified as a pretty boy. And I just got way more confused than I was before. And I didn't know if he was trans or if he was just a boy that dressed like a woman, and so have you talked to him about that, or what is your take on that? And do you, because as a trans woman, I would just like to know where you are with that, because I, as a gay man, have no idea what to make of rhetoric and that whole situation.
For me, we've talked about it, you know. I think it's all about, you know, how you carry yourself. And for us, I think most of us on the cast can say that we haven't really seen Redrick personally, like in person, outside of all of the glam and like all of that. So personally, for me, like a pretty boy to me is like, okay, you know, you wear hair, you wear a wig or makeup, whatever. But to me, Redrick really pushes that androgyny to borderline transgender.
So he would be like non-binary.
He's always done up. As far as I know, you know,
okay,
he's always done up. So to me, it's kind of like, you know, I don't know what he, you know, because everybody has their own personal views and, you know, what they go to. My question is kind of like, do you want to be a trans woman? Are you not like scared? Because, you know, some people are scared to kind of like live in that truth and won't really do it, but will do like right up to it. Like, so we haven't talked too much about it, but I mean, he does live his life as a man. You know, I guess they're gonna show him, you know, as a boy.
Now, when you say he lives his life as a man, I just thought he was saying that he was a man when he was dressed like he was. So my question is, and I guess he should be on, does he dress with the wig and the glam like at work and stuff like that? Like I don't know. I'm just confused. I am confused.
As far as I know, yes, he does.
Okay. Okay.
You know, to me, that's another thing that I feel like personally, a lot of the trans girls out here, like, there's nothing wrong with living in your truth. But to me, if you're going to be a trans woman, a lot of girls like to be like, oh, I'm still a man out of everything. Like, no, baby, don't call me a man. Like, I'm not a man. Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean,
I got you.
I wouldn't, and it baffles me out here in Atlanta because it's some of the most beautiful girls that are just done. And they'll be like, yeah, I'm a man. Like, I'm, you know, I'm just like, girl, no, you're not. Like, are you a drag queen or are you androgynous?
Well, wait a minute. 1 second, Delicious, because I see Sherrod in the chat trying to hurry us up. You need to be saying that to the producers that be editing these episodes to tell them to hurry up and get 3-hour-long episodes. Okay. But you want to have us watching a 3-hour-long episode. Don't be rushing us out of here.
That's right. You've been on here 20 times.
Delicious, let me ask you a question right quick. Because Yes Bitch talked about it in his review, and a lot of people asked me in my comments. When you talked about your dad and how after his passing, you was able to live your life. Some people understood what you were saying, like me, but there was also some people who kind of felt like you were basically saying you was glad that your dad was dead.
Okay.
Can you please tell us exactly what you meant by that, just to clear that up?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Sherrod, I'll bring you on when it looks like you're ready. I don't know what you got going on, bro.
I don't know, Brent. I don't know, because be ready for all of that. Whatever that is. Praise God. Come through.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, T. I didn't mean to cut you out.
Oh, no, you okay. I was just asking, do you mind clearing that up for the people that misconstrued what it was that you was trying to elaborate with that?
Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, they're gonna make it seem however they want to seem, but I definitely am not glad that my dad's gone. That's one of the hardest things I've had to deal with, and I still deal with. And it doesn't. To me, I think they made it think that it was like this at the time of when I started my transition. My dad was already getting ready to pass away. So it's not that when I say I feel like, he had to die for me to really become who I was, I guess maybe I should have worded it a little differently, but it didn't matter to me. Like, I was taking my hormones and whatever, but I would hide it when I went around him, and I would get weaves, but hide it in a beanie and stuff like that, and wrap it up. And because to me, it didn't matter to me. That wasn't my main priority. My main priority was being there for my father, and he knew, and he told me, he's like, I know what you're doing. He's like, and I'm okay with it. I finally got that unconditional love from him when he was passing away, because nothing mattered to him anymore. He's like, you're my child. He's like, I don't even care, all of this stuff. And then finally, once he passed away, it was it took all of this to finally just really be accepted by my father. And I feel like, if my dad was still here, I don't know if I would be where I'm at today. Only in the sense of, nobody knows what would happen if, it was other than what's going on right now. And for me,
right.
I don't know where I would be. I don't know if I would have ever moved out here. I don't know. Life maybe would have been different, because that was unexpected. It wasn't like my dad was sick for many, many, many years. It was the course of 2 years. He got sick and died.
Right.
It was just so sudden and unexpected. So, I'm definitely not glad that he passed away, but I do in some sense feel like, now that he's gone,
what?
It's different. I live life a little bit differently now, and I'm able to really live in my truth, because I feel that unconditional love from him. Even though that he's gone, I always feel him. I always feel him around me. I always, whatever I'm going through, and it's that's what I really meant.
Right.
Sherrod, let me know when you're ready. You look like
Jesus, take the wheel, dear God. Do Jesus and do him.
But thank you for explaining that, because I knew what you meant by that, but I understood why people misconstrued it the way they did. So that's why I asked you that, and I'm glad that you explained that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
when I heard it, I was like, oh, when we was all watching it, I was like, oh, that kind of him. That didn't really sound the way it should have sounded, but they're gonna edit it the way they want to edit it. So
yeah.
I will say I love the editing of us making sure, because I put that in my thumbnail. We see you over there not being bothered by the girls that are eating your food. I made sure that was my thumbnail for my review.
Right.
That summed up my whole
I want to speak on that too. These girls, I'm like, look, I don't know about them, but bitch, I'm as classy and whatever as everybody wants to be. Bitch, I'm hood still, and I don't know if everybody else saw that shit coming, but I saw that shit coming. I saw that food fight coming before it happened. That's why and I had to go like, and they didn't even show it. I wish they would have. I literally pulled the curtain that was right there on those windows. I pulled it in front of me. Like,
now, Delicious, here's my question.
Are you ready?
And you probably talk to these people more than I do, so you can probably answer better than me. So I summed up the fact that people were not eating for one of two reasons. Either one, because they were pale, or two, because they was planning on getting a box beat in later that night, and they needed to have some clean balls, and they wanted to make sure that.
Ain't that what I said? Ain't that what I said?
Well, see, I had somewhere to go afterwards. So I wasn't really trying to eat like that because I had a show, so I was booked.
And
where did that come from? Wait, what?
Yeah, for being busy.
I was booked, so I wasn't trying to get food.
Ordering food because they ain't had no money.
You know,
Delicious. Let them know we have money, baby.
I gave two reasons. I didn't just say people
I
didn't
saw
have
you
money.
know in front of you, so we know who didn't have no money.
You know,
I know y'all have money. We all know we have no money, but we all have money.
Real girls do real things, and when you got money, what you do is you buy food and you
talking.
Oh no, it's good. Okay, so in my opinion, like just to kind of reference what you felt like it was, if you can't go without eating and you have to not eat to take some dick, baby, it's not for you. Because let me tell you something. Baby, I'll eat right before I do something, and it be squeaky clean. Like, if you don't know how to clean that motherfucking puss.
I ain't got to worry about shit because you know this right here does the body good, baby.
I got mine right in the room. Do I need to go get mine? Because it's right there in the room. Hold on.
Okay.
Real girls do real things. Give me a moment.
Okay, I did not. I need more liquor.
So Mel said he saw it coming. I don't know what that means.
Oh, he saw the food fight coming.
I need more liquor for this.
How late? Because Tremel was literally like in the middle of the table, so he had to either come through this side or he had to come through this side. Like I was literally right there next to the what's it called. So I mean, I could see. You know, I'm sure there's other people that saw it coming, but the placement that he was at, like, he was bound to have gotten hit by something. Poor baby. I'm so sorry, Tremel.
It was just like one side against the other side. It was so weird. Okay, you better have them. I got 160 capsules.
Listen.
It's the 120.
How late was Hakeem? Like, for real, how late was he?
3 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours.
I feel like he was there the whole time, and they had him waiting outside.
No, he wasn't there. He was
15 minutes of my life. If you don't show up, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Period.
Do I have a mod? Do I have a mod in the room? I don't think I have a mod. Abby, can you? There's somebody that's saying that they can hear me and they don't want to, so they can leave if they don't want to hear me.
Yeah, hey, don't even worry about it. They've already been sniped. They've got it. Don't even worry about that. Don't even put your mind to it.
So I'm enjoying. So you're in the room. So I want to say this that I'm so good. I'm enjoying you, sir. I reserve myself because I know it's a long season, but right now I'm liking you, sir. Mr. Ron and Tremel, now you click off, you come back on. You are more than welcome. I didn't click you off, so please, if you want to come back on, you can come back on, babe. I definitely would love for you to join us. Jamar, did you have a question for Delicious or for
I asked the question that I thought of initially because I was just like that whole interaction between her and phor was. I was like, that had to have been editing because I'm like, where did that come from? And then,
right,
thinking back, I'm like, I must have missed.
See, this is what I want to say. When we pulled up, it was already something with phor. So that energy just translated when the bitches said action. You see what I'm saying? But when we got there, it was already a fucking issue.
Once he said that he and Dre Simba were best friends, I'm like, it all makes sense.
Yeah, as soon as they said that, I said, "Oh, it all makes sense because
yeah, it made a lot of sense."
Scotty,
but I was like, "Damn, Drake."
And this is another thing, because I said this yesterday. I said, if you was on MTV, you would have. I don't know any bitch that's gonna go to a major production or network and come dressed. Because if you did go to Max 10 or JC Penney's and you hopped on a flight and you just went to your casting on MTV, then you don't know shit, or you can't say shit about somebody coming to get styled and all that, because bitch, you wasn't on a real production. Because if you
but that whole comment fell under breaking the fourth wall. None of us needed to know
Nobody.
any of that. Like it didn't care, and we didn't need to know. None of us needed to know whether you showed up dressed, whether you had a style like that. That should have been edited out. Like that part, like, a lot of his confessional was unnecessary.
Or it could have been to just make him sound or look stupid. But however, it wasn't a read to me. It was like, yeah, that's what boss bitches do. They come, they show up, they get styled, they get their hair did. If you were on MTV, you probably would have got the same treatment. But you weren't on MTV. Let's just be real.
Well, because I ain't never seen him on my television. Nowhere.
And they booted your ass.
I ain't never seen it before. That's why I say, how can you get up here with this type of mentality that you got? It makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
But
Delicious.
oh well.
So Delicious, do you have any music? I know you do music. Do you have any music you want to drop on us? Have our people go check it out? Anything that you want us to check out? Promote yourself, Gary. Promote.
I do have new music.
Okay.
It's Tramel said I didn't get hit with shit, I ducked. Okay, period. But no, I have new music coming out. It's definitely a different, like, it's giving a little more than what it's giving what it needs to give. I'm excited for everybody to hear it, but you know, I'm really it's coming. It's coming. I'm getting ready to drop a song or two, and then obviously I want to debut my music for certain things. Like I don't want to just throw it out.
I understand.
Well, somebody said phor was rapping like Silk the Shocker.
That whole moment was awesome. So you have an open invitation. When you're ready to come and drop your music, you got an open invitation to come on any of our platforms, honey. Not homegirl. Yep. You know what?
And Delicious is doing her video, and when she drop her video, it's gonna be off the motherfucking chain. So y'all be on the lookout.
Well, we're gonna drop it. So, Elfetti, you came in a little late. I know you already asked. Did you have? We already talked about first impressions, and we asked the question: who do you think is telling the truth between Hakeem and Zion? Elfetti.
Okay, can I clear up? Because I talked about this on my review. The man's name is Hakeem, not Hakeem.
Whatever.
Where does this imaginary H come from that everybody on the show keeps adding?
That wasn't the question.
I just asked the question. Where?
No, I asked you the question. The question I asked you was, who do you believe?
It's the H because he's always high.
I mean, it could be an H for whore, hussy. H for a whole lot of things. He just seems like a bit much to me. Like I can't be in a room with him and phor at the same time. Him, phor, and Devon in the room at the same time. I came phor and Devon at the same time. I don't know. Y'all have a crown of glory from heaven. Delicious and Sherrod and Ike and Tramel for being in the same room with them three at the same time. Cause I can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it.
You know, I have to
thank you for the super chat. For the cash app, thank you. And for the record, that troll that we just blocked, child, that was my niece that trolling me. That was my niece. She gonna text me talking about something that was me. I said we don't play with trolls around here, so I gotta unblock her ass anyway.
But I think Hakeem was completely telling the truth about that scene, because let me tell you something. Hakeem may be extra and all this other shit, but he was not lying, baby. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Like when someone is just so extra, but then they're being serious, like you could tell when they're serious, because bitch, this isn't your like. He was being extra, but you could tell that was coming out of a place like, no, bitch, like Don't try to like, you know what I mean? Like he was telling the truth. I feel like he was.
I just felt like Zion was like, okay, we really gonna do this. I haven't seen you in 10 years, and you trying to put me on camera and air some shit. But then in the same breath, invite me to a dinner. Like, so I kind of see where he was coming from. Like, bro, don't do that.
Let me tell you something about Zion, okay? Oh, hold on. I'm going into the dark.
I was just like,
Zion ain't a sin. Just leave it at that.
I was just trying to figure out, like, I was like, well, maybe it really didn't happen, and Hakeem was just drunk and don't remember who it really was. But I guess it was really Zion, and he just didn't want to admit it. But
he got way too many details. He got all.
I think it happened. Oh, it definitely happened.
I believe the king.
He knew what
I believe the king. I believe every word of what the king said.
Okay, so what about? Okay, I'm glad the two of y'all are here because now, Hakeem and y'all's friend Mr. Yaga, they got into it before the major fight. They would
Roman.
undercard, right? They were the undercard. Why did he so far under his skin? Like, I understood that Hakeem was being rude. Like, I get that, but why did he get so under his skin like that?
I think so because the one thing about
as soon as he came in, he was already rah. Mind you, you late and you rah. It ain't gonna work. But he kept interrupting their conversation, and Roman was just like, "Boy, like I'm asking you to stop," because some of that got edited out because he kept saying, "The king, let us talk, let us get it out," and the king just kept interrupting, kept calling him bitches. Like it was a lot. So that you seen was just like the ending. He was like, "I'm tired. I'm about to blow your shit out." Because I kept asking you to stop and let us talk.
Yeah,
like it was a lot.
Roman is like Roman don't play. But another thing too is I think what it was is from my perspective, in my opinion, I have my brother Lando over here. I have my brother Sherrod. I have my brother Roman. I have to me it's like when you can say whatever you want to say about me. But when you start coming from my people, now it's starting to piss me off. Like, and it's like, you know what? So I think what it was is like everybody was like, it was them, and then it was him, and then it was him, and it's like that's why once it got to with Sherrod, and I was like, you know what? That's when I started getting mouthy because it was like, look, that's it. Like, look, bitch. You know what I mean?
But my question is, what kind of fucked up in the head ass individual invites all of these people there, and then tries to have confrontations with them? And then what baffled me too was it was people he was like, "What's your name? Who are you?" Bitch, you invited me. People.
Oh, he knew that.
Right. And the thing about and let me clear this up because I heard a lot of people and a lot of people say this. Anybody that's gay and black and they live in the city of Atlanta, you're not gonna tell me you don't know who Brandon is. Straight people know who Brandon is. People know Brandon, and when they were like, "Who are you?" Come on now. I was looking at them like, "Now you need to stop that."
Now I was confused of why did they bleep his last name like we don't know who he is.
Who, Brandon?
Yeah, when he introduced himself, he said Brandon, boop, and he said it, but they bleeped his name out. I'm like, why y'all do that? Like we don't know who that is.
Because everybody, right? Because we don't know who he is.
Right.
But really, you're not gay. And you don't
well, listen. How did y'all feel? How did y'all feel seeing Akeem take his food out his mouth to start arguing?
That was the nastiest.
Can I just say I didn't even know until I saw y'all reviews. Like I missed that because that would have I couldn't have.
That was the nastiest.
I heard he do that to booty too. Something come out the booty and he just spits it out.
I had a whole FTFB moment about it. I had a whole FTFB moment about him and that food.
Excuse me. Listen,
I mean, it was just like, it's cocky. I mean,
I could take a little bit of Akeem. all of that I seen of Akeem, I can't. I got patience.
You know, honestly, I think it was inevitable that food was gonna come out his mouth. He was either gonna take it out, or he would have so much shit to talk that it was gonna come flying out. So I mean, I guess better that he just took it out, because I feel either way that food was gonna come out his damn mouth. So
that's probably true. That's probably true. So we've already talked to Sherrod. So, Sherrod, this is a good question, but Delicious. So what do you want us to like? What do we anticipate? You don't tell us. I don't want to necessarily know storyline, but what are some things that you anticipate
that's coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, so coming up,
not you, Sherrod.
I thought you said you wanted to know for me.
No, I said we've already talked to you. You done already told us what to look for.
Oh, well, see, they don't know that me and Delicious get into a little. Tell them that, sis.
Oh, well.
Did you have to box?
I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit.
The way he just tooted up his lips, honey.
I'm about to say, because I feel like Delicious will bop you in the head every once in a while if she need to get you together. I feel like she would.
She does. But no, one thing that her and Roman be doing when we be they be covering my fucking mouth. Now that be getting on my nerves.
Because they don't want you to say something.
You gonna say something that you can't. You gonna want to take back.
Exactly.
I know the feeling. You're trying to get me.
Let that man say
it's not that.
Karen, stop being a pain.
What you want to say? If you want to say something.
Tramel, we would never shade production.
Well, Sherrod, if you want my advice, I would. You got to say.
I would.
Yeah, but then looking back at it, I know she don't even give like.
Wait, you said you look back at it.
No, I'm saying looking back at when they say that, she be like, don't give them too much of your time, your energy, because I'm saying, like, they just want your attention, they want your time, like, don't give it to them. So I get it, but in the moment when they be saying all this shit about me and to me, it's making me mad. But then when I see them pop off, it's like, wait a minute, bitch, I ain't cover y'all mouth.
Well, because this is the our thing with
listen.
is that we understand that you get upset and people say you let what people say get too much to you, and sometimes silence is the biggest and best response to people, and that's why I say I don't say a lot of stuff, but when I say something, everybody's like, okay, whoa, she's gonna say something, like, because I don't have a lot to fucking say, but when I say something, I say stuff. And the thing about it with you is when he was covering your mouth, it was because when we say stuff, we say it, but then when you say things, we don't want you to say something that's gonna turn around and be like, okay, you think that you're trying to like say something, but then people are gonna be like, oh shit, you just said something else that you shouldn't have fucking said. Like, that's why when he covered your mouth and I stood up, yeah, I said something, but I did that shit with such class and so gracefully. Like, look, bitch, he got style when he got here. Like, bitch, now shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, and that's all that I had to say. Like, we didn't, my thing with you, Sherrod, is...
Well, Delicious, me and you here. Because I said the same thing.
I gotta run. I'm sorry. I gotta run. I love you.
But thanks for dropping in. Thanks for dropping in, boo.
Bye.
Bye, baby.
Wow, love you, boo.
He had a whole situation going on. I need y'all to know.
I said, Lord, why are you giving forward this much?
I ain't mad. It's Friday night. I ain't even mad. He was getting ready to head out. I ain't mad at him.
There is a coronavirus out there. You going out on coronavirus, I'm just saying. Cases are going up in the greater Atlanta area.
You got a mask. Sure.
Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Belize, I think, listen, first thing, let me say this. I love Tramel and his shade. Tramel said, when he was like this, I guess production asked him, well, were you having a good time? And Tramel was like, yeah, I was having a good time. Then he was like, no, I'm lying. I really wasn't having a good time. I was just wanting my food because I
was here for Tramel. I was here for all the Tramel confessional. Every time Tramel went into confessional, I was here for it. I was like, oh, what you here for? Me too. All of it.
I'm just happy she had a shirt on and not her jacket and the naked chest.
Yeah, I can appreciate that Tremel did not follow the trend
with the baby oil on it, the chest and not the stomach, because they forgot the stomach and the abs, because maybe they didn't want to highlight the abs. That was one pack.
The oil was cool, like right here,
only on the chest part,
nowhere else.
Right, but Tremel does have a body. Don't get it twisted. Tremel got a body.
Ain't nobody said the child did not have a body. We just appreciate it.
Does have a body.
Nobody said that. We just said we appreciated him having no clothes, like somebody with some fucking sense. Ain't this professionals?
Mm-hmm. No, I could appreciate that he had clothes. He said I was hungry as hell. I know that's right.
Chamel's in here right now.
You gotta think about a hibachi. You still gotta wait for them to cook food. And they gotta do the whole throwing the food around shit. Like you be like, can I just get
wait, why is Tremel not on the StreamYard? Tremel, where are you at that you're not on StreamYard?
He was for a second and then he left.
Yeah, he came on. You want to
I got a guest here with us.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey, Lando. Hey,
Lando.
Hello. Hey. We would just like to thank you for getting phor together when no one else would.
Yes, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Because he was a fucking nuisance. Yes. Yeah, he was a nuisance. I couldn't take her.
Lando, what's going on? I'm coming over to your house. Where you stay at?
You know,
I'm in Georgia.
Don't do it.
I'm in Atlanta right now.
But didn't you just get finished talking about, the
COVID-19? But now you're trying to go to somebody's house.
Right.
Right.
I'm going over there to party with Delicious Orlando tonight.
Ooh, okay, Friday night.
Hello. Oh, that's Tremel.
Hey, Tremel.
Not that bitch. Get that bitch up off here. Get that Lando bitch up off here. No, Lando, no.
Tremel was on here talking shit.
Lando, let me find out that they call you Dr. Shoal over there because people sending you feet pictures and stuff like that. You better be Dr. Shoal.
Okay,
over there.
Right. You know what? I forgot who said it in the review. I don't know if it was Teddy, but I was watching one of your review, but there was like, you know what? It's funny because, bitch, you make yourself look stupid because you sitting here trying to shade someone for sending for asking for a foot picture. Well, bitch, you sent it.
That was me.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you
sent it. I was like, wait a minute.
Those accusations were all false, though. He was just talking nonsense.
No, and that's what I was like.
He was talking nonsense.
But my thing is, even if it was true, okay, and so you sent the damn picture.
Right. Okay.
Right.
You sent it.
And the thing about it is, if you trying to shade somebody, you sent him a picture. He didn't see you a goddamn thing. You were trying to get hired by him. He wasn't trying to get hired by you, whore. You're not making sense.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I'm generally not the shady one, but I'm gonna throw a little shade in there today, since all the other girls want to shade me. phor has a history for being a cokehead.
We could see.
Go and look at is it Signal 23? There's a show called Cuffing Season. Bitch, they gave him a whole meme called Coke Rage because he was getting crazy on there and tearing shit up, and they go like, "Oh, it's a Coke Rage." Like, bitch, that's all. My shadiness is over now.
Well, you know what?
That's not.
Was he on season 1, 2, or 3?
What did I come in here for? Oh, what I had to show you.
Belize. Get the corner.
I'm not doing this with Belize. I don't know why.
So Tremel, what do you want to tell us about this? Do you and Sherrod ever make up? I mean, man, we're done. We're over it.
Right. I really want y'all to make up.
They're together.
I'm with you, Tremel. I don't never make up with nobody. If I'm mad with a bitch, I'm mad with you forever. You can go ahead and cancel Christmas.
Okay, Cardi.
All right, Cardi.
Scotty, say what you want to say. I couldn't hear you, baby.
Oh, okay. I was trying to ask Lando a question. I think he's not.
Lando.
Come back in the room.
Ask you a
Come
question.
back, Lando. Come back.
Come back, Lando.
Jamel, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay,
come back.
so
Lando.
my question is for Lando. What is the real issue with you and Silk the Shocker?
Who is Roman?
No.
That's not
No, 4.
6.
Okay, so the real reason is
Yeah,
I was the
6.
producer of a show, right? It was called Signal 23 Television at the time. I no longer work for them, but he was casted to be on the show. Long story short, on the first episode, he got in a fight and got beat up, and then I guess
pepper spray.
Ever since then, he's just been throwing shade. Every time he see me, he acting crazy. Then he knew that we was gonna be on this show together, and I knew he was gonna act crazy because of how he acted online previous when the episodes came out. Because the title of his episode was Coke Rage.
Lando.
He was at the place where we were filming it. He was outside asking people for, do they know where to get coke at? I mean, we got this on footage, so I mean, it's a done deal for him.
Lando, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram. I got a question for you. It's offline. I hit you up on Instagram.
Oh, he gonna ask you something nasty.
It ain't gonna be nothing. It's nothing nasty. Right. I've already seen Lando. To me, he was on Signal 23. I done seen what he working with. So I don't even see that. God. Anyway, no, but I got another question for you, Lando. It was nice though. Now I will say he had nice meat. Now I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram, Lando. All right.
Okay, do that. I'm trying to see the rest of them. It's like 8 people on here.
He said it's 8.
It is like a
this one works, but these are the hosts.
I was about to say, really be just walked away.
Him, and that's Tremel.
Why Tremel? Tremel ain't supposed to be practicing somewhere getting ready.
Oh, bitch, I'm already getting ready.
Oh, okay.
We'll be
I'm gonna be ready
so
you know where the location is.
What you practicing for, Tremel?
Oh, this show about to be bomb, baby.
You performing?
Oh shit!
What show you about to do?
You dance?
I'm performing at my friend's birthday. It's called Zochella. I'm performing my song. I'm so excited.
You have music coming out?
I got dances and everything. Mama gonna get it.
So you sing or you rap?
Lip syncing to whose song? What song is you?
Oh no, I'm singing my own song. It's on iTunes and all kinds of
lip
Spotify.
syncing,
It's on all streaming platforms.
It's on all streaming platforms.
You gonna have to track it in the background.
So we can download it and stream it and things.
Yeah, let us
have to support. That's what we do now.
Right.
That's what we do here.
Tremel, give the name of your stuff on iTunes.
Like he done froze up now. He done froze up.
His name is. You know that's what the people do. You ask them to sing and they
get single. You know, go check it out. It's on all.
It's called Single. It's called what now? It's called Single.
Single.
It's called Single.
Okay, hold on.
The name of the song. What is it?
I'm on Apple Music right now. Don't even hold. Just hold.
It's on Apple Music right now. What is it, Tremel?
Yeah, it's in there.
The Single.
It's under Tremel. Just Tremel.
Tremel, are you gonna be lip singing or are you singing live?
Right.
No, I'm singing live, baby. We don't lip sync around here. No, we don't lip sync around here. We sing live because the girls already.
Ain't you? Well, can you sing a few tunes for us right now? Can you sing a for us right now?
Put a screenshot in the group chat so I can find it, please. Thank you.
I have a question. I have a question since we were just bringing it up, and this has nothing to do with that. Do you think it would be wrong to lip sing rap? Because lip singing is frowned upon because when you're a singer, people want to hear that you can fucking sing. You know what I mean? But when you record a rap song, like, bitch, rapping is just really rapping, like.
Well, it
Not,
depends
not
on
that
what
I
you
do
are.
it. I'm
It
just
depends
saying,
on the
like,
reason
it's
behind why
weird.
you're lip syncing. Like if you are like on the Grammys and
No,
you're
no,
doing
no, no. I'm
hot
not saying that
lip and you
everybody
just lip
does that.
syncing the song that you've already done.
I'm about to say Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion just did it on the BET Award.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That was already all over Zoom.
I'm just
So
saying, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't implying that anybody does that or I do it or anything. I was just like curious because lip singing to me is like, okay, well, people frown upon lip singing because people want to hear that you can really sing like that. Like, because, you know, you could like change someone's voice. Like, trust me. I know, trust me. You could like, so I get it why you like frown upon lip singing, but to lip rap, like, it's not like, oh, okay, your voice really, you know, your voice really sounds like that. That's your voice. Like, but
I've seen people do it though. I've seen people do it.
Delicious. Tell Lando I just sent him a message.
Lando.
Maybe as a new artist, but I wouldn't recommend it. But I think it's the right way, y'all.
No, but yeah, I was just curious. I'm like,
Oh, that ain't the link at all. That's just the name of the song. I found the song, y'all. For those of y'all in the chat, if you go to your Google Music, it's just Tremel, it's no last name, and the name of the song is Single. If you just put in Tremel and Single, it'll come up because that's what I did. So so y'all go on and go over there and get the single. Y'all go on and support Tremel. Get the song.
Where Tremel went? Because I wanted to ask him if he ever went. Him and Ike ever went on a date. Or is that going to be on
the I wanted to know that too.
That'll probably be in the following episodes.
Yeah, I think that's part of the storyline.
Yeah, I wanted to know that. Well, that's what I wanted to ask him. Is that
Well, clearly I went on a date with several people because there was a kerfuffle in the trailer about him being mad that somebody called him. So I don't.
I ain't got a hot piece of dick and the girls want it.
What's not true?
I just like Mitch. He got a hot piece of dick and all the girls want some of his penis. I ain't mad at it. I'll get some. If he gave it me, this way I can overtake it. Praise God.
I have a question for everybody. Does everybody live in Atlanta here?
No. Well, I'm currently in Atlanta. I'm just going to say currently in Atlanta.
No.
Yeah, I mean, none of it. El Teddy's the only one that is in Atlanta. But I'm going to try to come down for the reunion, depending on how the reunion situation and what the Rona thing is going on. But
you created community order at the confessional house. Wait, what?
I'm baby oil one of them. I do. You know what? Oh, so you do give us a little baby oil?
Confessional where you baby oil down? Oh, damn.
Community baby oil.
I was just curious because I was gonna say that would be real cute if you guys could all like get together and like do like a live like together like.
Yeah, I would like to. With everything going on with the Rona, everything is so unpredictable and up in the air. It's hard to really make plans to do anything because we were invited to. Well, no, that's a loose word. Some of the members of Chasing Dallas invited us to come down for the reunion, but everything was so crazy with Rona and everything. It didn't work out. So, but so far overall, like I said, other than the scenes just being way too long, how you guys feeling overall so far with the first 2 episodes we've seen? How you guys feeling?
I need more.
Well, let me say this. I can appreciate that even just in 2 episodes, and it might be because their 2 episodes probably equals the whole season for other franchises because the shit is long as hell.
Right.
But we've got more of what these people are actually doing and what their hustle is in these 2 episodes than we have in the others, series the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Because I still don't know what Trey Womack does for a living, except for run the cash register down to the tattoo parlor. But that's a whole nother story.
He's standing.
I still don't know what phor does, but I still want them to tell me what phor does because phor don't do nothing. He don't have a job nowhere in these yet to be United States of America either. But that's a whole nother ballgame either. but I don't know what Akeem does either because Akeem was not listed as an executive producer. I watched all of the credits and there was no Akeem in the executive producing. Now, maybe he goes by another name.
What?
Go back and look.
What?
This last episode. Go back and look because I checked. Akeem's name was in nobody's
Maybe
credit.
it's an honorary title.
So that whore. That whore ain't executive producer shit. Okay?
Honorary.
I never noticed it.
I watched it. I purposely, because I do little things like that. Like I will go and watch. Okay, let me look at the credits and see who doing what. Reese G is always executive producer for Chasing Dallas. Hakeem, whatever his name is on nobody's credits. Nowhere in America.
Oh, I know. I wanted to ask you, Delicious. So, Delicious, you are a Maserati, like from the house of, as in house of, or is that just part of your? Oh, okay.
So, technically, see, because I changed my name. My name used to be Delicious Mizrahi. I changed my name because coming out here, I didn't want to. I didn't want people to think that I was like, trying to put myself in that category without people actually. So I was like, let me change it to Maserati. And
got you.
I get that every now and then, but I like that question because that's exactly why I changed my name, because I used to be Delicious Mizrahi. Now I'm Delicious Maserati.
Okay.
But pretty much on stage, I just go by Delicious. Like if you look me up under like my music and stuff, it's just Delicious.
Okay. Well, like I said, I want to definitely have an open platform. When you're ready to drop some music, like we just did with Tremel, you can debut the video over here or whatever, and we definitely.
Wait, did y'all see what Lit Fan just said? I'm not here for this.
Oh no!
But he gives me a Coke too. Now, no. Listen,
no one is surprised.
I'm not surprised either because he gives me the trait of somebody who snorts everything that's white. He snorts Coke. He snorts mayonnaise. Anything.
I was thinking the same thing. What is Zion's Instagram? That's
what is his Instagram?
Listen.
Anybody found it yet?
My nosy ass is running over there.
Y'all find it. Let me know. Post it in the chat. Post it in the chat.
Somebody put it in the chat because I don't know what Instagram is.
Let me put it in the chat.
And I can't don't delete it either.
Not it. Don't delete
it. On the spot with it. Don't it.
Somebody's screen record.
Drop it in the chat. Drop it in that chat. Okay, but look, Belize said she about to find it. Belize said she about to find it. Wow. Zion the artist. Field trip. Hold on,
let's go. Field trip.
Ooh, I found
it. Yeah, it is, y'all.
But there's no story.
It's not in the story. It's not in the story. It's the first thing on this page. First video.
It's on his page. There it is right there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't disappear. Oh, dear God from Zion.
Wait.
Why would you do this?
Yeah.
So it doesn't disappear. Oh, dear God from Zion.
Well, there it is. That explains everything.
Yes,
I'm done.
I can't say I'm shocked. It makes sense. It makes sense.
I'm done. It's right there. I just saw it. I'm done.
What happened?
Listen.
They riding in a car and he hit a bump. And
Saying
it's right
that saying that you're surprised by Akeem snorting Coke is like saying you're surprised that phor has an IEP.
Oh, listen. Okay, so that's nothing.
We're not doing this.
Come with me into the comments because I'm gonna bless you. So that Devon put some eyeballs and then Zion says put a question mark. And Devon said, why you did that to him? And Zion said, I knew it was going to be some bullshit to happen, so I kept things in my safe just in case. And Devon says, understandable, Lord, y'all are a trip. Zion, the artist, said, I can only be me. I don't bother nobody until they fuck with me. I let him come up with that story so he can use me as his storyline, but he went too far with the lies. And Devon said, I understand 100.
So that means that the story was made up.
Quietly talk about some bitch. Okay.
What did I understand? He said he went too far with the lies, but my thing was you were denying it from the beginning. It wasn't like you went along with part of the story and then Akeem kept talking. Like, you denied it from the door. Like, so what are you talking about? He went too far. He hadn't started.
I feel like I sit on both sides of that fence. I feel like most of that is true. And I feel like some of it probably was kind of like turned up a little bit. But here's my thing, because I don't know Zion, the artist. I know Gia, the dancer.
Oh, you know the what?
With that being said, I sit on the fence with that one. I feel like they both telling the truth to some extent, but the truth is more on Hakeem's side. But I just, hey, I could be wrong, but that's neither here nor there.
Why does he have the Buddha Scrappy on his page? Like that's his cousin for real, for real.
Listen, he started
I think that really is his cousin because they said he produced that song for Mama D.
That don't mean that's his cousin because he produced the song for Mama D.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying I was just saying that that's how the conversation came up. Like I think that they really. Anyway,
no, I just went through his Instagram post and he had a little Scrappy on the post and he talked about his cousin.
Right, that's what I'm saying because I think that really is his cousin. Like I think it's his cousin.
Listen.
Well, let me say this about G-Status.
Oh no! Wait a minute, Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan said just like a Sigma. God,
you a Sigma, Jonathan? Bitch, that makes sense. That makes sense. Akeem is a Sigma. That makes sense. Akeem
or Tito Zion, Jabari, whatever his name is this week.
Right. I don't believe it.
I don't know.
Wait. Did y'all see Brandon Carson's Insta video?
Yes, I did.
I did.
I didn't see that.
I saw it.
I did.
I saw it.
I missed it.
I didn't.
The T.
When I tell you he went in, when I tell you, listen, Brandon Carson said, I'm not here for the fuck shit.
Oh.
Because he was a cast member and then he wasn't.
Well, for my understanding,
make him a villain and everything.
Well.
Oh, Zion is a Sigma. Oh.
Zion is a Sigma. Oh.
Interesting. That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Now when we say Sigma, we're really talking like Phi Beta? Like that's what we're talking?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We know.
That's what we're talking about.
I mean, unless you're a white girl and you are in Tri-Sigma, Tri-Sig as we call it. That's
white girl. He changed his name, so I don't know.
Well, anyway. Well, you guys, I want to thank, it's been an hour and a half. I want to thank everybody.
You better be throwing us off.
Thank you, everybody, for having me. It was nice.
Thank you so much for dropping me.
Hold on.
Hey, hold on.
I didn't ask Delicious nothing. I just want to know, did you bop any bitches in the top of their head this season? I'm a fighter. I like that. So did we bop a bitch
in the trailer?
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. Because I likes to fight.
And I want to let everybody know that Miss Delicious got that. She got that 007 Lupin. I ain't sent her the link, but she's so fucked up. I don't know how she got the link.
Listen,
But I ain't mad at you, girl.
But you came.
Yeah, you know, you guys are gonna see me get into it with someone, and you know, it's for me, it's sad because you know I don't want to say too much about that night, but you know, for me, I was obviously performing, and when I perform, I am very professional. I don't like to argue, get in fights. I mean, anything on that level, like, and I was performing before G-Status came along. So this is my thing. Like, I've never needed G-Status to get a performance. So when they came to film and stuff like that, and when we was doing stuff like that, like my career, it means a lot to me. And to do that on that night of performing was just like, look, not only how we made ourselves look, but personally, look how I made myself look. And you know, but when you back a dog into a corner, that's it. But yeah, you guys are gonna see me. You know, that wasn't a fake set up fight. Like, that actually popped off because the person that I actually wanted to get in a fight with, I don't know, let me not say too much, but I ended up obviously, you know, getting
well, come back after that episode ends and tell us all about it.
Yes. But
please do, because
you'll see it. You guys will see it. You guys will definitely see it.
All right, you guys.
Giant does have a lot of Sigma photos on his Instagram. I did, but he is a Sigma. Well, I don't know. You know, Sigma's perp anyway. They let women in their fraternity, so that makes sense. Whatever.
Anyway, thank you guys for coming through.
Right.
Anybody want to have any last words? Abby, you got any last words?
You could not like me, but you know, watch your fucking mouth. That's all.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming. T, any last words?
Well, Delicious, you my favorite. I see it for you, so I can't wait to see what else you got in store for us.
I hope you guys love it. I really do. And I want to thank you guys all for just, like, you know, the reviews and all that. We all really appreciate it, you know, regardless, you know, of whatever's going on. You know, it's nice to be able to sit back. And I sit here at my house and I watch them and stuff like that. So I watch all your guys' stuff, and I just love you all. And thank you for supporting us as a group. And yeah, so.
Well, girl, we thank you for the content.
Jamar, I know, right? You was giving us some good stuff. Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Look, I said from episode 1, I was like, Sherrod, Delicious, and now for episode 2, Roman. Those are the people that I would get along with in real life. In real life. So I've been fucking with them since day one. So I appreciate, you know, seeing you here tonight.
Scotty, any last words?
Well, first of all, Delicious, thank you for coming on. We do appreciate you coming on, and we love the show so far and everything you guys are giving. And hopefully, really, I hope you will allow me to plug this in. But me and Jamar are planning to do a Prelude After Dark. And T, Teddy, y'all are welcome to come along if y'all want to. But we are planning on doing a Prelude After Dark where we talk about relationships, good sex stories, bad sex stories.
You really want me to come on After Dark? Because you know I go all the way left.
Right, me too. You want me to do it?
That's what we need. So yeah, me and Jamar have been talking about. We started talking about this last week. So yeah.
Okay,
I gotta go. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Ain't that much.
You have a good night, darling.
All right, Delicious. Thank you, baby.
Oh, thank you
so much.
I'm sorry you got blocked, Niecy. I'm sorry.
Fired. She ought to know better. She ought to know better. My trigger finger is always itchy.
Ciao. All right, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for
coming.
Wait a
minute. I need to give my last remarks.
I apologize. You know what? I did not mean to do that. Like, real talk. I really didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Elsa. Go ahead, baby. I was saving you for last, and then I forgot. My bad.
I don't even do you like that. I will never do you like that. See how you do me? I don't do you like that.
Yes, you do. Go ahead, boy.
You know, I don't do you like that. Anyway, y'all, thank you to Tremel and Sherrod and Delicious from the show for coming on. We really appreciate it. We as reviewers love when we are able to interact with you all and get your side, the stuff that, you know, got left on the editing, chopping block and stuff like that. We really love all of when you all get to explain more and give us more insights. So we really love it. Shouts out to the rest of the Just Us League that weren't able, that aren't on. Yes, and,
hey boo,
and the Cats Meow. Shouts out to them because we love all of the Just Us League, and even the other cast members that were in the chat. Ike was in the chat. I think I said Tremel already, and whoever else is watching in the bushes, or if you watch the replay, Devon, Akeem, Redrick, and the 39 other people that are in the cast. Dear God. If you are a part of production and you are watching, please make the episode shorter because you're not helping us reviewers out. You're not helping us, dear God.
I agree.
If you go anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, you right in the pocket. Anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes, you right in the pocket. When you go over that, it's like a good piece of peen. You want boyfriend size. Boyfriend size is about 8.5. If you go over that, have sex. If you go under that, we're not gonna have sex at all.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all. I love y'all.
Hit the damn button.
I'm hitting the damn button. I'm